Welcome in here on Stargazing Radio. It's our weekly show here on UCN The Beat where we talk about hip hop, play your favorite songs, and have local artists on the show. I have Isaiah Killinger to my right.
Sups up.
And our producer, Nick Precht, to my left.
Hey, guys.
And we are here for your entertainment. Isaiah, tell me what we have on tap this week.
Well, before that, I'd just like to say you said Nick's name right. That's pretty.
I know. Yeah. We get somewhere with that.
Thank you so much.
Well, coming up, we're going to talk about music that came out, music that's coming out, things that happened. We're going to backtrack a little bit, talk about some new developments going on with August Alsina, Kanye West, and talk about a little bit more memories that we have.
All right. I'm looking forward to this episode.
Yeah.
We'll start you off with a banger here on Stargazing Radio.
You are now tuned in to Stargazing Radio. About this time of the show, we talk about some new music that came in this past week. We've got Young Sinatra 4 by Logic, The Carter 5 by Lil Wayne, and new albums from Milo, Reason, and some leaked songs from Top Dog Entertainment. Now, Steven, we played a little bit of Lil Wayne when it came out. What did you think of that?
I've noticed that's done. Man, I've been surprised by the streaming numbers,
Yeah.
That's been very popular.
It's really, I didn't see it coming, honestly.
No, I think I read on, I can't remember what it was. I think it was on like NBC News or something. Like it's the third biggest streaming week ever.
Yeah, Lil Wayne's got a lot of, for lack of a better word, clout within the
Which is
community.
shocking to me. I didn't realize that Lil Wayne had that much, that big of a following still. But I think that, the anticipation for this album's been, how long has it been, 6 years?
4 years, 5 years, yeah, something like that.
It's been a while, so... Oh, there were good tracks on it. I like the Let It Fly song with Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
The Mona Lisa song with Kendrick Lamar, it was good, but again, I'm surprised it's doing so well.
Yeah, I guess Kendrick Lamar's name has a lot of weight to it. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, the TDE leaks.
Yeah.
Leaked songs from Top Dog Entertainment, the label. It's usually doesn't have a lot of leaks. Leaks are songs that aren't supposed to be out, or songs that haven't come out yet, or are just unfinished, and they get their way on the internet, and people hear them before they're supposed to. And Top Dog Entertainment houses names such as SZA, Schoolboy Q, Kendrick Lamar,
Isaiah
Rashad, all of which had leaked songs, and some of them sound like they're at least a couple years old. I think the oldest one's probably about 4 or 5 years.
What was that one, that Kendrick song that we liked? What was that called?
There's Look Over Your Shoulders with Busta Rhymes and the Michael Jackson sample.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was really cool. I'm glad I got to hear that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have. Logic's album. Logic's album came out, Young Sinatra 4. It's kind of a, I haven't really liked what Logic's been doing with his music, and that's probably an unpopular opinion, considering he had Grammy for Best Song with the Suicide Hotline.
That was a pop song, though.
It's a pop song.
I mean, I know a lot of people like that song, but I don't know if that says a whole lot about who Logic is as an artist.
Right, because when he was coming up, he had these mixtapes titled Young Sinatra, and this is his 4th one. It was, I think, return to form may not be the best word, but he's really rapping again. He had the whole, my favorite song would be Wu-Tang Forever, which is literally every member of the Wu-Tang Clan plus some, minus ODB. He couldn't get an ODB verse, but that's fine. That song is about an 8-banger.
An 8-banger, dude.
An 8-banger. And, yeah, it was pretty good. Speaking of Top Dog Entertainment, one of their newest signee, Reason, has dropped his debut album, There You Have It. And it's a lot better than I thought it would be. Not that I expected it to be bad or anything.
Yeah, I haven't heard that yet.
I'd never heard of Reason before, and he's suddenly upon us. Yeah. It's very street. It reminds me a lot of J-Rock, a lot of Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
Very in tune with that element of California and music and rap.
All right. What were your favorites off that?
My favorite song by far is Drive Slow / Taste Like Heaven featuring Zion Bell. And it's Drive Slow is an iconic, in my opinion, Kanye West song.
Yeah.
And he uses the same sample. He interpolates some elements of that song into his.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's tight. It's a tight song.
I'll check
it
that
a lot.
out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
It's worth checking out.
Cool.
And the last album that we're going to talk about, from a rapper called Milo. Milo. I don't know if you're very familiar with Milo.
I don't think I've ever heard the name.
Very alternative, but he doesn't have to stand out really. What stands out is his music and his complexity. Do you want to know the title of this album?
What?
The title of this album is Budding Ornithologists Are Wary of Tired Analysis.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's awesome. He's a great rapper though. Like the production's very jazzy, very musical. Very gifted writer. He's complex. He wants you to try to decode what he's saying when you listen.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I'll check that out.
Yeah, that's worth checking out. And from the new music, right now we're going to play Let It Fly by Lil Wayne featuring Travis Scott on Stargazing Radio.
And we're back here on Stargazing Radio. Isaiah, what's in the news this week?
Okay, remember last week when we talked about August Alsina and his Instagram post to Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yeah, that was really strange.
Yeah, it was strange. Well, it seems we may have spoke too soon because he made a very similar post in regards to her husband, Will Smith.
Really?
Yep. Would you like me to read this one?
Floor is yours.
Okay. Once again, I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's divine order, and you are too, an example of its divinity and covering over my life. Thank you for your embrace, your love, your heart, and all that you do behind the scene in my life. Thank you for sharing your brilliant mind and your loving creation of a family. Through all of you, I've been able to reach the depths within myself and journey like never before with the highest expression of who I truly am. Seeing the will and the drive up close and personal gives me so much inspiration in my own life. This is worded very weird, and there's a lot of typos.
This is hard to follow.
And for that, I'd just like to say thanks. No one does it quite like you, man, and I hope to be half as great and have half the energy that you do at the Big 50. Thank you for your contribution to the world. You're simply the GOAT. Happy birthday, a.k.a. Happy Legend Day, star emoji, lightning bolt emoji, at Will Smith, love you forever, and then after that.
So what is that? Is that like a cover, or is he just really affectionate?
I think he's just a very affectionate person.
Not quite as poetic as his message to Jada.
That's true. I was gonna say that. It sounds like he put a little less effort into this, but I mean, I don't know. It seems genuine to me. I think he just really cares about that family, and they've helped him a lot.
How do they think? What do they think about this?
I don't know. And every post every post he's made, he's posted pictures of him with the family. So, I mean, I think there's something there.
That's interesting.
Something we may not know about. Maybe we just spoke a little too.
I mean, good for him, but like, if there's one family that doesn't need that much praise, it's the Smiths.
Why?
They get it from enough places.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to hate on them because that's a great family from what I can understand.
Yeah.
Wow, that's making like, Hollywood celebrities like divine.
That's what he said. He said divinity in both messages.
No, I'm not a fan of that myself. But,
I don't know. That's whatever. I don't know what their relationship is. I probably was a little too harsh earlier.
It's interesting. It's interesting to
August Alsina, if you're listening, I apologize.
August Alsina listens to Youth in the Beat every day, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. That being said, we're going to play some more music for you guys. Stay tuned on Stargazing Radio. Welcome back to Stargazing Radio, Steven.
Yes, sir.
Got some news.
News about
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
He's my GOAT. I mean, he will be forever. I can't take away everything he's done, but you know what? I don't have to follow him down this path that he's crafting for himself.
Oh, you're talking about the whole Yandhi hoax and the SNL stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Perrier. When he came out in the Perrier bottle. Yeah, that was sad. I was not a fan of that at all.
I mean, I thought it was funny at the time, but I mean, looking back at it, I'm a little tired of it.
It's very cringeworthy. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do with this.
Yeah, I think he's just trolling. He's just showing, like, I can do what I want.
It's really sad to see. Kanye. It's sad to see where Kanye was, even like when Pablo dropped a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's
and just like how far he's fallen in the public eye. Kanye's always been controversial, but just now. It's the ridiculous, out of character things that he does.
He's just
it's not, and it's like not only against himself, but it's like against the whole black community too. And it's like I don't understand the purpose or the point. Like like he says, it's we got love, and and it's all about.
And he's just actively supporting and putting on garments that they advertise. In my opinion, they advertise hate. They advertise
Right.
Oppression and everything, and it's just not cool with me. It doesn't fly. He's another thing. Like, he used to take himself so seriously, and I think that's why a lot of people aren't on board, because this is the first time in his career that he is not taking himself all that serious.
Yeah, but when you're the biggest, representative of a community, and you turn your back on it, I guess is the right word to say.
Maybe a lot of people feel that way, that I've noticed, as from like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the Kanye in it was during Katrina when he said George Bush hates black people.
Like, that meant something.
That's
an iconic moment. It was controversial, but who didn't like that? White people.
Yeah.
You know who loved it? Black people.
And that was a charged political statement. Now Kanye is completely turning his back on the ideology.
The old Kanye is like gone.
Yeah, and it's really sad to see, and I'm not sure if we're ever going to get it back. And it's really, just people are obviously allowed to change, and, people have different political affiliations. Just to see Kanye really turn his back on what he's always stood for and be so adamant about it, and really just be misinformed too,
A little bit, yeah, he seems.
So, I don't know if we're ever going to get the old Kanye back, and that's really disappointing to me.
Yeah, speaking of the old Kanye, I'm going to play one of my favorite songs from the old Kanye.
All right, just to feel a little better about it?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think Kanye needs to hear this song too. So Kanye, if you're listening, please stay and listen to this. It's your old song, Heard Him Say, featuring Adam Levine. This is Stargazing Radio.
We love you, Kanye. Back here on Stargazing Radio, and it's time for my favorite segment of the show, Deal With It.
Deal with it!
All right, and this is the part of the show where we play whatever we feel like playing. We don't follow our music formats for a couple songs here. Isaiah, what do we have to tap this week?
We're going to play Voodoo in My Blood by Massive Attack featuring Young Fathers.
Ooh.
Yep, that's a
great song.
That's a great song from an underrated EP and an underrated group with an underrated feature. Young Fathers is my favorite band.
Really?
And I guarantee a lot of people have not heard of them.
All right, so we got that on tap. And then we also have a song that follows our format a little more closely. It's I Don't Mind by Trees Low Key.
Yes, sir. All the way from Virginia. Found him someone showed him to me on SoundCloud. And since then, I got to say, I've been a fan. Been a fan of Trees Low Key.
All right, so we have music from Massive Attack and Trees Low Key coming up here next here on Stargazing Radio.
Cool. Back on Stargazing Radio. Steven.
Yeah.
I like to say your name a lot whenever we start segments.
Yeah, that's my name, so I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Okay. This segment, music memories. I have a lot of music memories with you, but this one that I'm about to share, it's not with you at all.
Okay.
In 6th grade, my favorite artist was Usher Raymond.
Usher.
Wow. The Usher.
Okay.
I still have actually in my car.
Right.
His Confessions album from about 2006.
That's a classic.
It is. It's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Mm-hmm.
One time, my family visited other family, like distant family.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time. And it was for Christmas. And then everyone got one present each there. They had traditions that I wasn't very familiar with. One of them was everyone would stand up. Well, everyone would sit down. One person would stand up. One person would stand up, and they would all sing a song. Just any song.
Uh-huh.
You know what I sang
What'd
when
you
I stood up? I sang "Yeah" by Usher.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know all the lyrics and everything?
I did. Yes, I knew everything. Ludacris,
Wow.
Lil Jon, Usher. I'm very into music. I've been a music nerd basically my whole life. It was received very mixed reviews. It wasn't very Christmassy. But my aunt loved it. And
I can only imagine, like, your grandpa watching you sing that,
Yes.
That's hilarious.
It gives me a little bit of joy, only a little bit, every time I think about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
My music memory this week is the first song that I remember loving, and I was like 2 or 3 years old when this came out.
Yeah.
And it's we'll just play it. It's "Hot in Here" by Nelly.
Okay. You're listening to Stargazing Radio. Back on Stargazing Radio. Lots of new music coming out this week. We've got, well, I guess it's not a lot. We have Mudboy by Sheck West.
Hey, there we go. I'm excited for that.
I have been waiting for that for a long
Dude, did you see the track list? Did you see the
Dude,
track list that came out?
There's a song called Mind Effer.
Yeah, what Jiggy on the
Jiggy with the S word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Bro, I heard that song Mo Bamba.
I'm pumped.
I heard that
Mo
song.
Bamba has been one of my favorite songs since it came out about a year ago.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that song's like old.
Yeah, until a lot of kids came back for college, it didn't really pop.
That's crazy. And now it's like what, number 10 on Spotify? Last we checked.
Last time we checked, it was number 10 on Spotify.
Yeah, so that's crazy. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Song coming out as well as Lil Pump and Lil Uzi, Multi-Millionaire. So we'll see how that goes.
Lil Uzi's one of my favorite rappers out.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a good combo. You know, I usually don't like Lil Pump, but you know, his features.
I've been warming up to him a little bit.
His features are usually entertaining, if nothing else.
I'm starting to get it. Yeah.
Then what else we got coming out? We have the Gunna and Lil Baby tape coming out.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pay attention.
Yeah, Drip Too Hard is the song, I think.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the tape's called, but I know
forgot. It's something about drip.
That's a big tape coming out. So, yeah, there's some great new music coming out.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We're going to play Mo Bamba now on Stargazing Radio. This has been Stargazing Radio.
The best show
on UCM The Beat.
From 8 to 10 every night.
I'm Isaiah Killinger.
I am Stephen Holstein.
And the booth.
Nick Pratt.
There he is. The Nickster.
Without him, our show would be nothing. We wouldn't even, I don't know. I tried to figure out how to do it yesterday, but he wasn't here. I get it, though.
Yeah, we need Nick. We need Nick. Without Nick, none of you would be listening to us right now. So
none of you already
they
are.
still are.
None of you already are. But
thank
you. Know
you.
What?
Thank you for listening.
If you are, we love you.
Have a good night.
That's a wrap.
I actually wanted to use that, but
let's use that. No, we can use that. We should use that.